Hey guys, so I wanted to talk to you about what's going on in the service accommodation market and why you've got to get super creative right now in 2020. So when I fell into service accommodation in 2023 or maybe the beginning of 2024, things were completely different. I could take a rundown property, I could take a mediocre property, in fact I could take a really basic property and I would still make over £1,000 per month on that property. But now the game has changed, the market has changed. There's an influx of people coming into the market. There are hotels who are moving into the service accommodation arena. You've got to get super smart and creative to make some money in this industry now, and that's understandable. That's what happens with every single strategy and in fact every single business. Yet you don't see Tesco, Morrison's, Asda, Audi, Lidl bowing out. They're finding super creative ways to keep themselves in the game. Now with service accommodation in this day and age, you've got to get super creative if you want to take a slice of that £28 billion hospitality pie, and that's what I'm going to explain to you over the next few minutes. Number one, service accommodation is not what it was a few years ago. So it means your potential income and the potential profits are now less. So whereas I could take a property and I could make £1,000 a month on a property pretty much in any location a few years ago, it's completely changed. So when I keep talking about get creative, I'm talking about understanding that service accommodation is not just for tourists. Many people that come into this market believe that service accommodation is to, hey, put it on Airbnb, hey, market it to tourists, and market it to the leisure market. And that's not the truth anymore. Service accommodation is advanced, so it means you've got to start to find an active way, or you've got to actively start to find a way to reach more people. For hotels to make money, they make money by people finding their property or finding their premises and staying with them. So what they're trying to do is get as many eyes as possible on their property. So many eyes from Japan, many eyes from China, many eyes from America, many eyes from Africa, and they're trying to get as many people as possible to stay in their property because they charge money and they make money per night. You've got to start thinking along the same lines as what the hotels are doing. You've got to start finding a way to market your property actively to the 5 different types of people that use service accommodation. Forget about relying on just Airbnb, TripAdvisor and Booking.com. Long are the days. You've got to find a way to actively reach out to contractors. You've got to find a way to actively reach out to corporates. You've got to find a way to actively and uniquely reach out to leisure guests who would traditionally stay in hotels. So what's your product like? What does your accommodation look like? Is there a unique facility? Is there a USP? Do you have something special about you that differentiates your property from someone else's property or from someone going to a hotel? These are the questions you need to be asking yourself. Are there additional facilities? Are there additional amenities that you can offer that differentiate yourself? In one of our locations, we offer breakfast, whereas many other apartments in that area do not offer breakfast. How do we remain competitive? What's a small, tiny thing that you've got to be able to do to steal and ethically steal business from the hotels? Because right now all the business is going to the hotels. So remember, number one, actively find a system, create a system to target contractors. I have some of my mentees, and this was a couple of weeks ago, they had to go out in Reading and actively put out flyers on every single white man van that they saw. Another group of people that go out into building sites and they're giving out leaflets to the builders. You've got to find different strategies. You've got to utilize. You've got to put your marketing dollars. In fact, start budgeting for marketing. Because by just relying on the OTAs, you are going to get completely wiped out and you're not going to make the money you deserve to make. Some of our apartments also have mini bars and mini fridges because what we're doing is we're utilizing, we're providing the additional facilities and we're generating a small additional income which supplements our income. So it means what comes in can therefore be profit because all our costs are covered by the small, tiny extra efforts that we are making. Number two, you've got to find a way of being able to reach out to corporate workers. What are you doing? What's your strategy in 2020 to reach out to corporate workers? How do they find you? How do you retain them? We had a meeting some time ago and we were told that many people are missing the biggest trick because they are allowing people to rebook through the OTAs over and over and over. You are making the biggest mistake if you don't have an active system that captures the data of your customers. Of course, for another conversation, you've got to deal with your GDPR issues, but you've got to know what you're doing, how to collect the data, how to market effectively to these corporate people, who to reach, how to reach them, how to propose it. Should you offer a discount? Should you reduce the price you're offering just to get them in a bag? We had a guy called Simon that stayed with us for 18 months because we used the same system. We had his colleague called Terry that also stayed with us for a 12-month period using the same system. You've got to be utilizing referrals. So many people miss the trick. The people that come and have a sales background, we understand this. Look, we understand this thoroughly because that's what we've been trained to do. That's what we've been doing all our lives. That's what makes us money. There's no point looking for new business every single time where you can simply go to someone who's used your product, who's a powerful testimonial, and get them to refer other people to you. What's your strategy like? Now, one thing that you want to start considering as well, the hostel market, targeting the hostel market. If you've got a large apartment that sleeps 5, 10, 15 people, then that's a unique opportunity for you as well. But of course, that comes with its ups and downs, that comes with the potential for parties, that comes with the potential for issues. But again, if that's your strategy, nail it down, understand it. So many people are jumping into service accommodation. They have no clue because all they've heard is Airbnb and Booking.com. Hey, the strategies are far more advanced than that now. So what are you going to do in 2020 to make sure you stand out above every other person? For me, as I said, we're diversifying and we're moving to other locations. As you probably know, I'm in Jamaica now, looking at taking on some service accommodation unit. We should be tying up one within this week, and that will be our first one here. We're already in Estonia and Thailand. So we're growing and growing and growing. We're learning about other markets as well. As we're developing, we're seeing that there's opportunities for more long-term business, for more contractor-based business, for more corporate-based business, and we're tailoring every single thing to that, and you've got to be doing the same thing as well. Catch you soon.